Hey amazing traders, welcome back to my channel. In case you just come to my channel for the first time, my name is Joe David the Trader. I'm a Forex trader, and also on this channel what we do on this channel is we break down charts, also discuss on tips that can help us stay profitable. So in case you just come to my channel for the first time, click that subscribe button, drop a like, and don't forget to click that notification bell so you don't stay updated when I drop awesome content like this. In case you watched my last video, which was the trade call episode 5, I think so, where we break down gold and Bitcoin and Euro card, they all went as preset. They do magic for the previous week. So in today's video, we'll also be discussing some more expectation we should be expecting on gold and other two pairs I'm going to be analyzing today. So you don't want to miss this video. Excuse me, you want to stay to the end of this video, and I see you in the inside. Let's go. Yeah, amazing trader, 3 major pairs, and let's see what we got for the week, right? So let's go. So in front of me, I'm going to kick off the gold chart, and you can see this is gold chart in front of me. So what are we expecting for the week on gold? Very simple and straightforward. So presently, let me just take you to the weekly time frame, and let's analyze the market together from the weekly time frame and down to the lower time frame where we can place our execution, right? So me looking at this, I'm on the weekly time frame on gold, as you can see, and all we can see on the weekly time frame is gold is just shooting to the moon. It's just shooting to the moon. And my last video, actually, this from this area we caught gold move to this particular 3,171.47. yes, because in my last video I explained this our next target, and exactly we did hit it, and you can see since we hit our target, price started dropping off back again. Now this week again I am so bullish. Yeah, I'm so bullish on gold. And how can we anticipate in this setup? So firstly, if I come to daily time frame, you can see on the daily time frame I have the trend line playing out here. I have the first touch, second touch, and the third touch right about here. And not just the trend line alone, I have this minor level as well playing out here very nicely, and you can see they come together at the point of interest. Right now I have trend line, same area, I have my minor resistance level there. So that's a 2 point of confirmation telling me we are bullish on gold. So let me just delete this guy. So yes, I'm bullish on gold. So but how can I get in this trade? That's when I go to 4 hour. Let's analyze this market together on 4 hour. Now we have 2 things telling us we are bullish on gold, right? Now what's the third thing we can use as our confirmation? Because I like using 3 things as my confirmation to be very confirmed that I'm bullish on this particular trade. Now if I use this my Fibonacci tools, then I take it from low all the way to high. So you can see this is 50%. Oh, why my network went off? So I think we have break of network. Yeah, welcome back to my screen. Sorry about that, guy. We have a break in transmission over there. So as I was saying, what I was saying was we have our first touch here, second touch here, and the third touch, right? So this, and we have this minor level here, which I can call a support level, right? So now these 2 levels are telling me what they need to tell me, and we can see that we have price rejected here, then we have this inner candlestick, bearish candlestick forming right over here. So what is our next expectation? So on this trade, immediately market open on Sunday night, I believe there's going to be a gap, and you want to watch this video. So by Sunday night, is either gap take us to the downside or gap take us to the upside. Nevertheless of the gap, if gap take us to the downside, I believe you should come and sit down this trend line properly again for just a little touch. Then if that happens, then I'll take my buy straight away from there, then take it all the way to this area here. Right, good. So I'll take it all the way to that area. But one thing you need to understand is that's my overall target, but my first level target is going to be around this area. Yes, the reason being that I know that this was the guy that rejected the market back to the downside. So I want to be very careful. I want to put my first TP around that area. Then if I can clear that, then I'm going straight to 3246 You hear that here on Jodef TV, right? You hear that first here. So we are going to 3246.60. That is where we're going to our next target move on gold. So if gold is going to create a new higher high, expect a new higher high at 3246.6015. So that's where I'm expecting a new higher high on gold. And I've given you the criteria center for entry this trade. That if you have a gap, let it fall back here, then you take your trade. And if you have a gap to the downside, I'm very sure it's going to come back to this level as well. Just wait for the first bullish candle. You could see the first green candle, and then govern evening star, any formation you could see, jump on the trade and hold the trade to this level. Once price get to this level, close portion part of close specific of trade. Let's say you have 10 lots open on this trade, just close to 5 lots. Let's say you have just 2 lots. Let's even say you have 0.05 lot size open on this trade. Close 0.03 of your lots and move your stop loss break above break even, right? Let's say you enter here, so just move your stop loss break above even, lock in a little profit, then hold on to your trade till we get to this area here. But if you could see some rejection, maybe price dropped a little bit, then came back for the second time, could not break it, then you can close your trade. But I'm very sure we are breaking on this level. We are creating a new higher high for this coming week. You heard it here first on Jodef TV. Once we can break this, then we might have an issue collapsing back downside. But in my previous video, if you watch the video, I think price was around this area, yeah, and I said that was on, if I should go to the 15 minutes time frame, I think I used 15 minutes time frame from my previous video. Coming, let's load up. Network is kind of very slow today. Okay, so this 15 minutes time frame, yes, I think that particular day price was around this good. If you watch my last video, yes, if you actually watch the last video and you take this straight up, you'll make a lot of money for yourself. Yeah, I have a trend line where I drew like this because I could remember, I have to delete all these things once price has played out. I have a trend line I drew like this, I think so. Yeah, it was like this, I think so. Yeah, I had a nice trend line I drew like this, and I said in the trend line that then I have, yes, yeah, I can remember. And in my last video, this was exactly what happened. I have a minor level here like this, exactly something like this, right? So I said price is struggling to break this, and we have like second touch here or something like that. And I said that wait for price to break this level and retest. Once you have a retest, then take your buy trade. So and I said if we can't break this level, right, and we come to downside, let price break it and retest it, then collapse. We are coming back to this area. But if price break this one, then we have a proper retest. Allow price come back again. As you can see that happen, we have a breakout, then come back for a retest. Even the retest closed below here, you will have said okay, maybe for the sell I want to happen. But you see this engulfing candlestick closed right above it, and that was exactly where I got my entry for this trade. My entry was just around these. Sometimes when I see bullish move like that, I don't even wait for the candle to close. My stop loss was just like this, and my targets were just all the way to this point here, because I said this was exactly where we are going to for last week. 147 stuff, everything like that. Yeah, 147, 147. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, this was it, and that was where my target was straight away. And you can see price play out nicely. So it was 147. I could remember in the last time I dropped it was 147. So you can go and check that video. The levels are there. So I later deleted some of this target level once we have a new week coming, So and exactly price played out very well, and it was a wish word of 1 to 5. I can't forget. So price just played out, went straight to my TP, and that was it. And not just that alone. While price was going, price do pull back, add more position, then we'll take it here, and that was it. That was my last video. In case you didn't watch it, you can go and watch it and confirm this thing I'm saying. So after that, then I have to delete all this setup. And though all this move, well, I take some of this buy this sell trade. Yes, I actually drop in a group. I think I take a sell trade around this area. I targeted around to this area. That was 1 to 3. Then immediate price is my TP, came down here. We have some some price playing, but now I am giving you a buy scenario again. But this buy one is much more rewarding than the previous one. So like I said, if you have a gap opening on Monday, on Sunday night, then a gap down to this area, just wait for the first green candle you see, enter the trade right away from there. So something like this. So like I said, wait for, if you see a gap to this down, just get in your trade, stop loss below this level here, and that's fine. And you know where the target is, right? First level target. Once you clear that, pew, I'm going to the sky, flying. You know, as 3245.700, yeah, whatever. So gold is going to create a new high for the coming week, trust me for that. So, and you see our top is very small, and this risk reward of 1 to 15.76, that's a massive risk reward if you ask me. Yeah, so you just want to stay careful and watch how gold reacts in this level, right? Yes, we need to be very careful and watch how gold reacts in this level. So once we have a proper once we have a proper break to the outside, just take the clear. So if the gap, now let's say the scenario happened that the market open and we have a gap to this, to the, let's say we have a gap to the upside. Where is these tools, man? Yes, so let's say we have a gap to this upside, no gap happens, something like this. You see this level here, we try to reject the market down back again. Yes, so either anywhere to reject it to, what you want to pay for, it can reject it back here, trust me. Now you have to you need the first candlestick that gave you the confirmation. Once you get that confirmation, just place that your buy trade, like the first green candle, whatever, just take it, then rally all the way to the up. So all I'm saying on gold is we are so much bullish. Yes, expect more bullish move on gold for this coming week. We are very bullish. So depending on your entry and exit strategy, you can enter with your own strategy, but the direction of the move is what? Bullish. That is all I'm saying on this video. So, and that's all I got for gold. So just watch out for this level properly, you know, place your trade and relax, you know, go play with your friend, go out with your family, and let the trade make the money for you. You understand? So that's how on gold. So you can enter with any time frame you love entering your trade with, whatever the scenario. But all thing is, just look for a buy scenario on gold for the coming week. Excuse me, that's all I can say on gold. So the next pair on our list is Euro, Japan, and USD. Yeah, cool. You can see I even still have some of my analysis right there on this Euro USD, and I can tell you, trust me, we took this move from this place all the way to this high. We took the buy. Yes, we took the buy in my team. We took the buy in my group. Yeah, I think I even send this screenshot to one group like that. You know, I used to drop some of the trades to a random group. So just to, let's make the money together. It's not my daddy money, so let's make the money together. There's enough money in the Forex market to make. Let's make the money together. Let's make the money together. So we took the buy here, and ever since here, all this drop, we're not trading it. We are not interested. Now, what is my next expectation on Euro USD, right? So let me just go to the forward time frame so I can get a clear picture. I don't know why these guys are just loading, slowing down today. What is wrong with this network? I have to reload you all the time. Okay, good. This is Euro USD here, right? So now for the coming week, you can see the forwards interpret the market for you very well in a very clear picture. Yes, so the coming week, all I'm expecting on Euro USD is a buying scenario, you can see. And now we are having a rejecting candle, right? But the way this candlestick close, we have the rejection. So before you can get in for this buy trade, you have to see an engulfing coming here. Yes, engulfing closing outside of this guy. And let's say there's a gap in the market as well. A gap can come to the downside or to the upside. So what you want to do, if the gap comes to the downside, wait for price to close back above this level, then take a buy. So whatsoever the gap push it to, just wait for price to close back at this level, then take a buy. And the target level is around this area. So it can depend on, you know, maybe you don't want to place your trade during the Sydney section. Maybe you want to wait to the Asian or even to the London section. All the scenario is we are waiting for a buy. So if let's say gap comes to the downside, you can take the buy. Once price come back to this level, take your buy, stop loss just below a little bit, then you target all the way to this point, and that's a risk reward of 1 to 9. So that's going to be that's going to be a nice trade as well. 1 to 9, pew, done on that. So all trade setup for this week, I think they have a massive risk to reward ratio. That's one thing I noticed. All trade setup for this week have a risk to reward of 9 massive ratios. Yeah, risk to reward of massive ratio. So all you want to do before you get in any trade for this week, gold, we are bullish, but wait for the confirmation before you get in this trade. Euro USD, we are bullish, but you need a confirmation to get in this trade. Make sure you had confirmation. Now, like I gave you the confirmation setup for the Euro USD, so let me give you some of the tips for confirmation setup for this guy too as well. So if you look at price here right now, you'll see that from this low to this high, if I have to mark it, you see that price has pulled in back to in between 50 and 61% retracement, right? Very nice. And now price is rejecting, trying to close back above 50. So now what you want to expect to do is, this is a red candle on 4 hour, right? It's still a red candle. You want to first see the green candle, maybe a bullish one, maybe a inner bar. Like if you have to come to this area, let me just show you something. If you have to come to this area, now look at how we enter this trade right here. I told you we took this buy right here. Well, this was not exactly where we took this buy. We took this buy after this neckline is broken, because we have a left shoulder here, the right and the left shoulder. So we take the buy after this neckline has been broken. Now after this neckline has been broken, you can see this is a forward candle, but it's rejected. So I don't enter trade with this kind of candle. Now I want to see maybe another candle coming for a proper retest, and you see this candle candle that spikes up and down was this Trump speech that I used to do by 9:30. I could not remember that day, but after this Trump speech, I just wait for, okay, let me see the reaction of next candle, and immediately Trump speak. That was when I came to the 15 minutes time frame. I was like, okay, let's see how, because I know this spike was just because of Trump's speech. So I just came to the 15 minutes time frame, and let's see how we get back our trade, our buy setup. And we can see this candle close right there back above that neckline on the 15 minutes. You can see it, right? And that was exactly where we took the buy. So our just setup was just like this, and the buy there, this stop loss was just something very small like this. Yes, the low of this green candle here. So you can see the candle not have any wicks, so just put our stop loss just below here there, and we target for the Fibonacci extension. And our Fibonacci extension was around this area, and that was it. That was our target. So if I have to bring out Fibonacci extension, you will see. You don't believe? Let me bring it out. Let's bring it out. Let's bring it out. Let's bring it out. Very cool. Okay. Oh, I think it's on 1 hour. I'll be able to draw the Fibonacci because I can't see anything there. Okay, good. So let me just show you the Fibonacci extension on this trade, and let's see if my target was really there or I'm just saying something else. So you can see, if you draw from low to high, then price pullback was at 2% retracement, which was a nice one. But I don't really like trading the 2% retracement. If you trust me, if it was 50% retracement or 61% retracement, I would have taken the buy right away the minute I see the first green candle. But 51% retracement, I don't really like it. I just want to see some confirmation more. And price came here, rejected back. I'm like, oh, woo, this is the left shoulder, this is the right, and this is the right shoulder. I just put it, I say, price, come and break it, right? And immediately I zoomed out. You can see that was my target, right? So that I have to do the Fibonacci again. So you can see it. That was my target. So that's what I wanted to show you. But I need to do some. You can see that was exactly my target. That was my Fibonacci extension. So just calculating by eyes, I know where my Fibonacci extension should be. So and how I got in this trade, that was what I was explaining before. I just have to confirm that to you. So you can see on the 15 minutes time frame, this was exactly how I got in this trade. Let me just zoom out. So I got in this trade for on the 15 minutes time frame, right? So here I explained that, and the target was here, and that was it. That was how we have our buy scenario. And never since then, even though I could see something like a double top, but it was not really a double top for me. You can see this high is more higher than this one, so that's why I didn't get in this trade, and price pull back here. And if you see on this chart right about here, you can see, if you try to read this pattern very well, you can see like this is something like a buying scenario cooking up already on the 15 minutes time frame, right? So on the 15 minutes time frame, you want to wake up, break and retest of this guy, then take a buy. That's if you are using the 15 minutes time frame buyouts. No matter where, let's say the gaps come, if the gap takes us back down, just let market come back here. If gap takes us back down, so on the 4 hours time frame, gas can just come here, close back above here, I'll get my entry. But we are trying to use the 15 minutes time frame. Let's price take out this, because you know my stop loss for 4 hours will be more bigger than the one of 15 minutes time frame. That's what I'm saying. For 15 minutes time frame, buyers. Let price break above here, you test it, then you take your buy. Trust me, we are coming here, we are coming to this area. So that is for Euro USD. Yeah, that's for Euro USD, and that's all I got. So now let's go to the next pair on the list, which is going to be very fast. What we got. So you know how we do it. Let's just start on the 4 hour time frame. GBP USD, very nice, very sweet setup. I'm looking at here. So very nice, very sweet setup. I'm looking at here. So GBP USD, you can see it looks similar to the one of Euro USD, right? But the difference is that one has some consolidation here before it drops, but this one drops direct. So let's say, I know you can take this short sell. I know you have taken this short sell. Some will have taken it here from here, but I didn't take it. So that's fine. Now what I'm expecting for the coming week, I'm also bullish on GBP USD, very bullish. But now I have 2 scenario buyers for this particular one. Before I want to take my buy trade, I would like price to come back to this trend line, give it a proper touch. For the third touch, proper one, a proper touch. Then once I see an engulfing bouncing up it, or I see a rejection clean to passing up it, then I'll take my buy right away from here. I'll ride it up here as well. Now I say it look like the one of GBP USD as well. I'll just take my buy right from here, and I'll ride it all the way here. You know, and my stop loss. You know what my stop loss is gonna look like? My stop loss is just going to look like this. You know, I'll just be mixing about 50 pips on this trade. Maybe about 70, 80 pips. That's not bad, but notwithstanding, so if I have to get this, so a proper fall back here, then a proper touch here, then I take it. You know, my first level target is going to be 100% retracement. Once we clear that, then I'm coming for this other guy here too as well. So but if price didn't come to my trend line for the proper touch, it's going to still be fine as well by me. Then I'll get another entry. Also, that's when I now use the 30 minutes time frame to get my entry. Since if price did not come back to this trend line, this is what I'm explaining in this scenario. So once price open on Sunday night, so by Monday anyway, I'm getting this trade. So this is what I want to see. This candle is going well. You can see this is a bullish one. You can see the price is going to reject right away from here. That's why I'm not too sure if it's coming here. But if it's not, if price taking it from here, this is what I want to see. Very fine. By the time market open, maybe I see something like this, then a retest of this area, then I'll take it to the upside. Now, how is this side going to look like, right? This will look like, this is 30 minutes time frame, right? This will look like double bottom, 1 bottom, 2 bottom. Now this is the neckline. Let me just explain this to you in details. So you can see Euro USD also has something similar like this, right? So this is the first bottom, second bottom. So this is like the neckline. So I want price to break out of here and come back to retest this area, then I take my buy. But if price come to my trend line, I'll take the buy right here from here. Right from anywhere I see a rejection on the trend line, I'll take it. But if it breaks out of here, I'll break for a proper retest of this level, this area. Once I can get a proper retest, so that's going to look like the W pattern for me. So you guys know the W pattern, right? So let's just have it here. So it's going to look something like this: drop, pull back, drop, pull back, right? And yeah, we take it out. So yeah, we take it out. So you guys can see the W pattern. We take it out, and trust me, when price is going the same way it came down like this, it's still going to use the same method to go back up. Now that means when price comes to this level, we have a little pullback, then continuation. Exactly. But here, this is what I want to see: a breakout of here, a retest, then confirmation. Then at this area, that's where I'm going to take my buy trade from. So that's I'm bullish on GBP USD. So I just have different type of entry strategy I use. You can see on this trade I can just reach about 20 pips or 25 pips at high, depending on kind of breakout I see. So 20 pips or 25 pips at high, and I still have my target all the way to this. Let me see, all the way to this area. Now if you have to look at this risk to reward, right? This is risk reward of 1 to 23. That is massive, bro. Yeah, that is massive. That's I say all the setups for this week. It's like all of them has a massive big reward, big risk reward. But now this particular pair has 3 different take profit levels you have to watch for. Yeah, it has the most crazy risk to reward, right? But trust me, you want to watch out these 3 areas I want to mark out. One is here, first TP level, which is going to be like a risk score of 1 to 10 or thereabouts. Yes, 10. We want to close out some of your position. Now the second risk reward level is when price gets to this area as well, which will be the 100% retracement. So you want to close out some. Price can get in and we get back to the downside. Price can get in and get back to the downside. But once we clear these two guys, nothing is holding this price again from getting to this area here. So you have to trust me for that. So while you are on this trade, taking this trade, you just want to be very, very careful. Yes, you want to be very, very careful. Watch this level very well. Take out some of your position on that level. That's which word of 1 to 10. Appreciating enough. Don't be greedy. The second level, once price now cleared it, say, oh, that's a clear breakout. Watch this guy. So if you now see a clear breakout on this guy as well, so what you want to be doing on this scenario is, once this price is moving, move your stop loss from this area. Lock your stop loss to around this area. Immediately prices are pushing this level, remove your stop loss from this area. Put your stop loss around this area. Close some of your position. Keep some money in your bank. Now, if it breaks this level as well, get here. Move your stop loss a little bit high again, maybe to around this area. Then leave the remaining trade to play out, and that is all for GBP/USD. That's the update. That's how you want to trade GBP/USD. So gold, we are bullish. GBP/USD, we are bullish, and EUR/USD as well, we are bullish. But you have to be very, very careful of these setups, right? You have to be very, very careful of this trade. Now, learn how to manage your trade. Why you're swimming in profits, manage your trade as well. So the last pair on my list today, which is just a bonus pair, actually just a bonus, GBP/JPY Morgan, GBP/JPY Murray, GBP/JPY. So on GBP/JPY, as you can see, I'm on the daily time frame. I don't think these guys, let me see if these guys have load. I said it's not loading. I'm coming. Let me just reload again. Save and reload. It's always I don't know why all this is happening today. So let's just save and reload. Let's see what we got. Okay, good. I know the way it's showed, then it doesn't bring out everything I wanted to bring out. So good. On GBP/JPY as well, it's a very simple scenario we got here. Yeah, it's a very simple scenario we got here. What I'm expecting on GBP/JPY is something a little bit different, but it looks similar, right? GBP/JPY, you can see GBP/JPY is playing inside of a symmetrical triangle. Very nice and very perfect. We have a symmetrical triangle playing out for GBP/JPY from the daily time frame. So you can see, but this 4 hour time frame, this symmetrical triangle, I actually drew them from the daily time frame. So you can see how now GBP/JPY has been bouncing up, bouncing down on this particular setup, right? Now, how do we trade this guy? That is the question we need to ask. How do we trade this symmetrical triangle? But I believe price should not just stay in this symmetrical triangle forever. We should break out. So now, the first scenario I'm expecting is, there was a time I already think we are breaking out of this symmetrical triangle finally, but this guy said no, I'm not breaking out. So you can see this guy here. I have this massive candle that break outside here. The day this candlestick break massively outside of this pair, I said finally we are out of this symmetrical triangle. But at the same time, I was very cautious of this blue zone here, because I know this blue zone could reject the market back down. So I didn't take the buy immediately because of this blue zone. I said, okay, what I want to see is, before I start taking a buy trade on this trade, I want us to also take out this blue zone, maybe retest, then I can start taking out my buy, maybe to this level here or somewhere in between around this area. So that was all my bias for this setup. But immediately price started coming down, like, okay, now let me see if we should have the retest, then we should go up. But price jumped out inside of it, and I have this my manual level here. Price jumped on it again. Yeah, so immediately price was coming down for this particular trade. I remember I saw this particular pair that time, and that was the last time I traded it. I had the short around yes, I think I had the short around this area. Back in we test, then this first red candle, I think so. I cannot remember very well. So that was where I got in my stop loss just above that symmetrical triangle, and my TP was here, this down here. Yeah, anticipating for a massive drop, right? Like, since we can't break out of it, let's continue playing inside of this symmetrical triangle. And I failed to understand something. When price moved from here to here, That was the risk reward of 1 to 2 that particular day. That was the risk reward of 1 to 2 that particular day. Now, what I'm meant to do for that particular day is I'm supposed to break even my trade and allow the setup do whatever he wants to do. If he's not breaking this level, let's see what we got. But I didn't break even my trade. I left the trade open, and all I could see was spike up, then stop me out. Imagine making 2% of my account already. Now, how the market taking back everything. Even if I'm not going to take anything, at least I should secure my position. But I didn't do that. That was trade management, very important. So market came out, spiked me out, and ever since then was when I love this way. I said, this way, I bullshit. I'm not interested in you again. You understand? Because I know that was manipulation. We should supposed to have a massive drop to the downside straight away. I know it was a manipulation. The price started coming back, came to my stop loss, hit me out, film, piam. I was like, oh, nice. Then I saw this Ngovi candle. I was like, okay, are we breaking out, or you still want to play? I still have the same bias. Okay, at least clear this guy. If you can clear this guy, I'll take the buy. But no, the next thing I see, price started coming in back again, then dropped him back inside. And this was where, and the minute I saw price break the buy, I gave up on this pair. I was not trading it at that time anymore. So I just focused on other pair that is making me money at the time. But coming back to this pair this weekend, I noticed, oh, I missed a beautiful setup on this pair, because immediately I finally take out this guy. Bro, trust me, I would have taken down my sell position again at the weakest, because you can see this is the 4 hour time frame, and this candle push back to that level, which means the weakest. Immediately I would have got in again, my stop loss just a little bit higher, because I love risking half of this guy. That's where my stop loss is. Then I'll now try to give it some space, which I'll move it a little bit higher. Then my target still come back to this line, because I know we are very close here. I know price will drop to this my zone here for a fake out. I knew it. So I'll just go for a risk reward of 1 to 5 on this trade, and that will have been a boom. You guys, if you have noticed movement of I love going to for 1 to 5, 1 to 5, 1 to 5, and that will have been a boom. And this thing happened, I think, both Thursday and Friday for just 2 days. You see, let me count: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, 2 days, Thursday and Friday, exactly. But I didn't trade this particular pair because I was very angry for taking me out here. I knew we were selling, but this guy just take me out and still went back in my direction. So I got the direction right, but where I missed it was I failed to realize this level. But now price takes it out. I should like just get in for my buy again, for my sell again, and take it down. But it is what it is anyway. So, but now this coming week, what are we expecting? Something different. And I say we are expecting something different for this week. Something different. Now we have run into this area. All right. Now we have this massive rejection candle, massive rejecting candle, and now we have another indecision candle closed right there inside of this pair, right? Yes, indecision candle closed right there inside of this pair, inside of this symmetrical triangle, so we can see. So if I have to take it back, let's just shrink the chart so you can see it's back inside the symmetrical triangle. Now very easy. What am I expecting? I'm expecting a very short buy on this trade. As I say, it's something very big different. I'm not going for longer trade like I was going for on the other ones. So this one is just a short trade. Now I don't want to get in for the buy of this trade. Now I don't want to do the same mistake I did here. No, sell from here, sold from here. I think I sold from here. Yeah, I sold from this area. Yes, and price dropped there. Then not close my trade, take me out. So I don't want to do the same mistake. So that's why I have something different for this week. So I want to be very careful of this particular pair. I'll be trading it this week. Now this is what I want to see. This is what I want to see. A proper breakout of this guy and the retest. Then I take the buy to this level. That's all. That's all. A proper breakout of this guy, a retest, then I take the buy up to that level. The setups is not something really big, but you know, it's rewarding. So buy there, my stop loss around this area, just below this previous low here. Yes, I'll just put it below this previous low, or whatever new low it's created here anyway. So I'll just put it below any low I could see around here. If the low is equal with this one, I'll put it below the lows. So anywhere I see, then I'll just target to this area, and that also I'm not targeting more than that. And this will also be a risk reward of 1 to 5 if you ask me. Yes, But like I said, anywhere I could see, so it may turn out being a risk word of 1 to 4 or even more than that. But what I want to see is a proper breakout of this counter trend line, the retest. Once I get that, I'm taking the buy and I'm taking it straight to this level. I know price might come here, I know price is coming back here, but I'm not going here, because this guy, same thing that happens to me here, take me out, can still happen here. Price can get here, pew, and take me out. So once price gets here, I just want to close all my position. I'm not keeping anything. Take out all my position and watch how price reacts in this area. If you like break and retest, if you like break and retest, continue. I'm not taking the buy. I'll just wait for it. That come to this guy, give me another confirmation, I take the sell, or we finally break out. And the scenario is, now why am I having this very small target? If you have to go to daily time frame, you can see that this symmetrical triangle is already becoming more tiny. You can see we are almost coming to the end of this guy, to the edge. So price can break out at any fucking time. Yes, price can break out anywhere, and symmetrical triangle, you see that will break to the upside or to the downside. Now if you break to the upside, I only take my entry around this here and watch this level very well. If price cannot break this level, I close out my trade immediately. But if price breaks it, in fact, once price gets here, I'm closing out my trade. Then I'll wait for it to do whatever I want to do here. So if you break it and retest, then I'll take the next buy to this, back to this area, certain. And for this guy too as well, if you break to this downside, very good. Immediately it's break, maybe around here, or a break of this level and a retest, I enter. Then I take the sell down to my trend line, because if I string this chart, you can see that we have a trend line playing out, the first touch here, we have the second touch here, so price might be coming for the third touch. And if that happens, then we have some confirmation on that. Finally, if price breaks to the downside, do a third touch and retest, maybe even do a little big fake out to this level. I would like it. So once you have some little fake out to this level, then I see a proper retracement, a reversal candle pattern, chart pattern or anything, and I get in for the buy. Then trust me, I am targeting first here. Once we clear here, I'm coming for this one too as well. So if it breaks down to this side, I'll take the sell to this area, wait to see the reaction around this area, then get the proper reaction, take it back again to this area, lock in close some of my position, lock in some profit. This time around, I will not close on the trade. Close on my position, lock in some profit, then wait for it to do whatever I want to do here, then come here. So whether to the downside, now if it breaks to the upside looks like more rewarding than the downside. But the issue for the upside is this guy, this blue guy here. So, but the downside does not have any issue. Proper touch on the trend line, very starting of that, close out your position and watch. So, but for this upside, we have this level issue. So, and this is all I got for the week. We have analyzed gold, GBP, USD, EUR, USD, and now with the bonus pair of GBP, JPY. So, thanks you for staying to the end of the video, and that is all the upgrade I got for you.